Here we are in section 3.1 exercises part C with the solutions to numbers 20 through 23. Number 20. I have created a triangular garden such that the largest side is 9 less than twice the smallest, and the medium side is 7 larger than the smallest side. If the total perimeter of the garden is 82, what are the lengths of the three sides? Wow, that gets a little bit confusing. Let's read it one more time and try to get a little handle on it. So I've created a triangular garden. So let's put that over here. Draw a little picture of a triangular garden, like triangle right there. Good. Such that the largest side is 9 less than twice the smallest. So we've got three sides, a largest, a smallest, and a medium. And that will help us if we label it smallest, medium, and largest side. Now it says that the largest side is 9 less than. Now less than means subtraction, but remember it's subtracting the 9 from whatever this is. So it's going to be subtracting the 9 from twice the smallest. That's important, that you're subtracting 9, that's 9 less than something. And the medium side is 7 larger than the smallest. So the medium is 7 larger than. Larger than's a plus sign, so plus the smallest. Now it says that the total perimeter is 82. What are the lengths of the three sides? Now let's think about how perimeter will help us. How do we get perimeter? What's the formula? Well, there's not a set one except that it adds up to three sides. So let's do that. Let's add up the three sides equal to 82. So we'll take the smallest side right here plus the medium side, but that's what the medium side is, 7 plus s. So we'll write that as the medium side, and plus the largest side, which is 2s minus 9. So if we have that one, that guy is the largest side. So we've taken all three sides and they have to add up to 82. Well, notice what we have here. We are in happy math land. We just made an equation that we can solve. We can put these s's together. There's an s and an s and a 2s. That's 1, 2, 3, 4 s's. 4s. There's a plus 7 and there's a minus 9. That's a minus 2 equals 82. This is an equation that we know how to solve. Add 2 to both sides. We get 4s equals 84. Now divide both sides by 4 and we get s equals 21. That's wonderful. Now we've undone that and found out what s is, but it asks us what are the lengths of all three sides, not just a couple of them. So s is 21. So if we put a 21 where this s is, can we tell what the m is? Yes, m is 7 plus 21. So m is going to be 28. That's great. And the s here is also 21. So 2 times 21 is 42 minus 9 means that the L has to be a 33. So 21, 28, and 33. Now we weren't given feet or inches, so we were just working with the numbers on this one. Let's double check and see if that's the right answer. And we do have 21, 28, and 33 for number 20. Good. Number 21. If a rectangle's length, so note what we're dealing with here, another shape, let's draw it over here, and let's see if we get a similar thing happening. We have a length and a width. Now it says the length is 7 more than 4 times the width. Wow. So the length is 7 more than 4 times the width. And the perimeter is 54. So let's write that somewhere. Perimeter is 54. What are the dimensions of the rectangle? Now if we go back and look at what the formula is that will help us create an equation to solve, we know a formula for perimeter, and the formula is perimeter equals 2L plus 2W. But how does that help us? Well, we know what perimeter is. That's 54. Let's put that in. 54 equals, now we've got two lengths. Let's circle what we know about the length over here. It gave us that clue right there. So we know that this has got to be 2 times that whole length, which is 7 plus 4w. And this is then plus 2w on the end. Great. Hey, look at what we have. We have an equation with just a w in it. We know how to solve this guy. Let's make it a little bit nicer first. 54 equals, we know how to distribute, 14 plus 8w plus 2w. And we can combine those two w's together. That's great. Let's write it. Let's write it right up here. 54 equals 14 plus 10w. We know how to solve this guy. Subtract 14 from both sides. That's 40 equals 10w. Now how do we get rid of the 10? Divide by 10, divide by 10, and we're left with 40 divided by 10 is 4 equals w. Well, that's half of our answer. It asked for the dimensions, which means we've got to find the length and the width. Well, if the width is 4, let's put a 4 right in there for the width, and we get 7 plus 4 times 4. 7 plus 16 is 23, is the length. Length is 4, length is 23, and the width is 4. Let's check our answer there. Width is 4 and length is 23. That is correct. Number 22. If a cone has a volume of 338 centimeters cubed and a radius of 6 centimeters, how tall is it? Well, we're dealing with a cone. Let's put a picture of it over here. And it says the radius is 6 centimeters and the volume is 338 centimeters cubed. Do we have any formulas that go along with this? If we look in our book, we do. We have that volume equals 1/3 pi r squared h. And if we look at that, it tells us what the volume is. So we have a 338 right here that we can put in, equals 1/3 times pi times r squared, 6 squared, times h. Now we don't know what h is, but we can figure out what the rest of this is and solve for h. That's what we've been working on. So let's plug this into our calculator. 1 divided by 3 times pi times 6 squared equals 37.699. So this is 338 equals 37.699 times h. Do we know how to get h by itself? Look at that. Yeah, we're in happy math land again. We divide by this 37.699, divide by 37.699 on both sides, and we end up with h equals, better pull out the calculator, 338 divided by 37.699 equals 8.97. 8.97. It asks for how tall it is, and we're in centimeters, so this is centimeters. 8.97 centimeters. Let's check our answer. H is 8.97 centimeters. Good. Number 23. Find the variable that's missing for a parallelogram. So we're going to have to go and look up our parallelogram formulas in order to get this one. So a parallelogram that looks something like this, and it says it has a base of 12.6 and an area of 64 inches squared. This was inches squared. And it says how high is it? What's the h? The formula is area equals base times height. That comes out of your book if you have forgotten or didn't choose to memorize it. So we get 64 equals 12.6 times your h. Can we solve that? Yeah, that's an equation. We know how to solve that. Divide by 12.6, divide by 12.6. We get h equals, pull out the calculator and find out what this is, 64 divided by 12.6 equals 5.08 if we round that 7 up. 5.08. Now, this was in inches. This was in inches squared. What is a height going to be in? And it will be in inches because it's a one-dimensional measurement. Let's check our answer on that. H equals 5.08 inches. Excellent.